So ever since freshman year, every year I was taking at least one computer science class, and so it kind of served as like a foundation, I guess, for me. Like every year I would always come back and I would know I'd always have a class in this room, and I'd be around like usually the same types of people, the same people even in most of the classes, and it really helped like ease the transition, I think, from each year, because I always knew that I would have some sort of constancy, I guess. So I definitely think that after taking Java and learning a little bit of how to code, I think unfortunately it's something that I wasn't really able to like do much of this year. I didn't really have too much free time or anything, and with my future plans kind of turning from computer science more towards music, I sort of started to focus a little less on that. But nonetheless, I still think it's something that I would definitely want to get back into, just on the side, this free time, just learn how to code sometime in the future for sure. Well, I mean, it's really it has a huge technology has a huge impact on our lives, and as we keep progressing, it's just gonna get more and more. It's gonna have a bigger and bigger impact on just everything we do, basically. So, knowing your way around like a computer and all the other technology things, it really can't hurt at all. Well, I mean, in this class, we never really used a pencil except for like on the final, on the Java final. Um, and so I liked that, and I liked that we were able to just come in this class, sit down, and just start to go on the computers and just start to work. And it's definitely a lot different because there's not really like homework, and there's not necessarily even, you don't really need to like study. There's no textbook that you really need to read out of. I guess you could if you wanted to, but it's a lot more fun than all your other classes, I think, because you get to really do like what you want, and it's I mean, it's really different from the other classes. So one of my first like memories about like one of the things that I did as far as coding that I was proud of was actually in Game Design 2, I believe, when we did the Tetris, and we had to do the rotations. And at first, it really didn't make sense to me, and I was really confused. But after I started getting the hang of it, I started getting all the rotations, and when I finally like got them all but by myself, I was really proud of that moment. So the one I think probably that stands out the most is the like the problem solving, sort of the different way of approaching a problem that you have through coding, because you really start to like piece it apart, and you start to tackle it little bit by little bit, and it just it really changes the way how you like even other outside things other than coding. It really changes the way how you approach them, and it helps because you're not so like devastated, I guess, by a huge task at hand, because you can really sort of piece it apart and tackle it like bit by bit, and it becomes manageable. So that was probably the most valuable skill, yeah, I would say.